We spend our lives clutching, gripping tightly to people, ideas, memories, dreams. The more we hold on, the more we suffer. But we tell ourselves it's strength. We believe that attachment means control, that desire means passion, that ambition means power. But what if it's the opposite? What if real power is in letting go? Letting go doesn't mean giving up. It doesn't mean defeat. It means freedom. And freedom is the most terrifying, misunderstood, and powerful thing we can ever experience. It means standing at the edge of everything you thought mattered and walking away. It's hard to accept, but most of the pain we feel in life is self-inflicted, not because we want to hurt ourselves, but because we're addicted to desire. Schopenhauer knew this well. He saw desire not as a sign of vitality, but as the root of all suffering. Wanting something creates a lack, a hole, a craving, and that craving never ends. The moment we satisfy one desire, another emerges, like a hydra growing new heads. You get the job you dreamed of, and suddenly, it's not enough. You fall in love, and soon, you fear losing it. You earn money, and it begins to control you. Every gain becomes a new prison. Every attachment becomes a potential loss. And this endless cycle, this wheel of wanting and fearing, is what keeps us weak, miserable, and enslaved. Letting go shatters that wheel. Most people live their lives like they're drowning, clinging to anything that floats: people, relationships, goals, identity. They hold on even when it's obvious that it's killing them. They would rather suffer with something familiar than float alone in the unknown. But that's where power lies, in the unknown. In the ability to say, I don't need this. I don't need you. I don't need to be who I was yesterday. I don't need to control the outcome. I don't need to win. Letting go isn't weakness. It's a kind of death. And with every death, something new is born. Every time you let go, you lose a piece of the false self. The self built on illusions. The self that thought love would save it, that success would fulfill it, that revenge would heal it. That self is a lie. And the longer you hold on to it, the further you drift from reality. Schopenhauer believed that the world is driven by what he called the will, a blind, irrational force that compels all living things to survive, reproduce, conquer, and consume. It's not noble, it's not romantic, it just is. And the will, left unchecked, consumes us. It turns life into a competition, a struggle, a torment. The wise man, Schopenhauer said, does not fight the will, he denies it. He sees through it. He stops playing the game. And that's where letting go becomes a weapon. A kind of philosophical suicide. Not the end of life, but the end of illusion. You don't need to win the argument. Let it go. You don't need closure. Let it go. You don't need to be right. Let it go. You don't need to be liked or admired or loved. Let it go. Because the more you let go, the lighter you become, the freer you are. And the lighter you become, the less they can control you. The less you can be hurt, manipulated, blackmailed, or broken. Letting go is armor. It's liberation. It's the quiet, terrifying realization that nothing owns you anymore. And when nothing owns you, you become unstoppable. But don't confuse this with apathy. Letting go isn't about becoming cold or emotionless. It's about seeing clearly. It's about removing the fog of longing, jealousy, and regret. It's about understanding that the things you thought you needed were just shadows on the wall. It's a painful awakening. You'll grieve. You'll rage. You'll fight to hold on. Because we're trained to believe that our worth is tied to our attachments. That being alone means being broken. That surrender means failure. But none of that is true. Letting go means staring into the void and not blinking. It means watching the world burn and not rushing to save it. It means walking away from the person who doesn't love you. Turning your back on the dream that isn't meant for you. releasing the grudge that's been rotting your soul. It's not easy. In fact, it's one of the hardest things you'll ever do. But it's also the most powerful. Because here's the truth. Most people are trapped not by chains, but by their own hands, gripping too tightly, refusing to release. The more they hold on, the more they sink. But if you open your hand, if you let it all fall away, you rise. Letting go is not a moment. It's a practice, a discipline, a constant awareness that nothing is permanent, nothing is promised, and nothing belongs to you, not even your own identity. And that terrifies people, because if you let go of everything, what's left? Silence, stillness, peace, and power. Real power isn't about control. It's not about status or success or dominance. It's about the absence of need. The man who needs nothing cannot be conquered. The woman who lets go of expectations cannot be disappointed. The one who walks away without fear cannot be manipulated. Letting go is the ultimate rebellion. Against the world, against the ego, against the lies we tell ourselves to feel important. It's standing in the storm and realizing you are the storm. Schopenhauer saw suffering not as something to escape, but as something to understand. He believed that by turning inward, by denying the will, by letting go of desire, we could find a kind of transcendence. Not happiness, but peace. Not pleasure, but clarity. And in this clarity, you become something rare, something unshakable, something untouchable. You stop chasing. You stop proving. You stop pretending. You become a mirror, reflecting the truth back at a world built on illusion. People won't understand you. They'll call you cold, detached, heartless. But that's only because they're still clinging, still begging, still hoping that something outside of them will complete them. You'll know better. You'll know that the power they worship is a cage, that the love they crave is conditional, that the life they envy is a performance, and that real freedom begins where desire ends. So let go. Let go of the past. Let go of the person you thought you needed to be. Let go of the dream that no longer fits. Let go of the lies that keep you safe. Let go of the fear of being alone. Because the truth is, you were always alone. And that's not a curse. That's your power. The more you let go, the more you return to yourself. Not the version of you that the world shaped, but the raw, silent, observing self beneath it all. The one that watches, the one that knows. And when you live from that place, when you act without clinging, love without needing, move without fear, you become something terrifying. You become free. So when the world tells you to hold on, to fight harder, to cling tighter, ask yourself, is this strength or is it slavery? And if the answer feels heavy, suffocating, exhausting, you already know what to do. Let go and watch everything change.